All right, many thanks, Ibrahim Habidu, for that backgrounder. Now joining us here to discuss updates on student loans. Let me make welcome first Akitunde Sawyer, who is Managing Director, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFUND. It's a pleasure, as always, to welcome you to Good Morning Nigeria.
The pleasure's always mine. You look like you slept well.
I did, thank you. And also joining us here is Professor Andrew Haruna. Professor Haruna is a Secretary, Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities and President, Nigerian Academy of Letters. Glad you could join us on the program, Prof.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Nigerians.
All right. Well, joining us now via Zoom from Zaria, Kaduna State, is Rashidat Mohammed Nasil. She's a student of the Department of Political Science, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Kaduna State. She is the current Vice President, Faculty of Social Sciences, and also a student advocate interested in female participation in the society. It's a pleasure to have you join us on this discussion, Nasil.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. Also, another student still joining us via Zoom from Zaria, Kaduna State. This time is Comrade Sule Sani Sule. He is a youth activist and student leader. Comrade Sule Sani Sule, it's good to have you join us. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. So let's kickstart our conversation by going straight to the ND. Mr. Sawyer, so that you can explain to us what is the current status of the NELFUND loan disbursement now, and how many students have benefited so far from the program. We know the figure we had is over 759,000. So maybe you can be specific on this.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, let me commend the excellent report that your team have put together. Very insightful, very practical. And I think for me, it spoke to things that go beyond the disbursement. It spoke to things like trust in governance, showing that Nigeria can do things properly. I think these are some of the conversations that we need to begin to inject into our national discourse. But to your question, so far we've had 846,000 applications since the 24th of May, 2024, all online. We've had 581,000 people who are and can properly be described as beneficiaries. Beneficiaries are people whose fees have either been paid by the NELFUND or whose fees and upkeep have been delivered to them as well. 231 institutions have benefited. In other words, the throughput and this 581,000 students I just talked about attend 231 institutions in Nigeria. These institutions are generally, or specifically should I say, universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education that are owned by either federal or state governments. We have disbursed to date 61 billion naira in institutional fees to the 231 institutions I just mentioned, and 46 billion in upkeep. This is the 20,000 naira that we're paying monthly to students. So in other words, on your behalf, on behalf of Nigerian people, because of the stroke of the pen and the vision of the president, we've been able to benefit Nigerians to the tune of 107 billion in cash terms. But there are other benefits, and we can discuss those.
Okay, what are the other benefits you're talking about here?
Well, I think the first thing I should say, the first benefit that this has delivered to Nigerians is the reduction in the dropout rate in institutions.
Okay.
Before the president brought this into play, and one of the things that he was very keen to do is to interrupt the negative process where students start a course. They carry it on for as long as they can struggle to pay. And then as soon as the finances run out, for, in some cases, really unfortunate circumstances, they drop out. Now, if I paint a picture for you, somebody goes to study a course like medicine. They struggle and struggle and struggle. Their parents struggle and struggle and struggle. They go to 4 years into the course, and then something happens, and they have to drop out. Their lives take an entirely different course, regardless of the struggle they put into bettering themselves. So that's one of the key benefits we've seen. The second benefit, I should say, is that it's been known for a long time that the institutions have not had enough investment. They haven't had enough investment because students struggle to pay their fees. I've been to institutions where the management of the institution has had to set up a fund to help students attend. They contribute themselves. They get other people to contribute. This has now put some definitive income source or income stream for the institution so they can plan better. If institutions can plan better, the environment, the learning environment is better for the students. The third thing I would like to say around the benefits for this is that for the first time, this country is really able to inject some of the revenues that we're getting from various sources, whether it's taxation or oil or other things. We're able to inject it right into the bottom of the pyramid of Nigerian society, where the majority of struggling people are. We're injecting these funds, not at the top, to then allow it to trickle down. The funds are injected at the bottom so that people can rise up the pyramid to get to the top themselves. Those are some benefits. We can talk about others.